The mythology of peacekeeping runs deep in this country, and there are statues to prove it.
The Canadian myth originated with the Suez Crisis and has echoed ever since.
Intervention will be important, perhaps even essential, for keeping the peace, for preventing small conflicts developing into big ones.
Even decades later, the idea of peacekeeping continues to shape the country in subtle and profound ways.
Let's renew peacekeeping and be part of it for a more stable world for all.
The Liberal campaign in 2015 promised a substantive return to peacekeeping. In 2016, the government promised 600 troops and 150 police officers to the UN. 2 years later, there's little sign of them.
As of the end of February, there were 22 soldiers taking part in 4 UN missions, according to DND. The UN's count is slightly higher, 41, because it includes staff positions. Either way, it's the lowest number ever. Separately, Canada has 70 peacekeepers involved in a non-UN mission in the Sinai Peninsula. In 1993, Canada had 3,300 troops overseas.
So what's with the hesitation? The Liberals, it would seem, are victims of their own success in myth-making. Polls conducted for DND have repeatedly shown that when it comes to peacekeeping, Canadians have a selective memory.
Canadians choose to remember Cyprus. It was safe and we were doing good. Canadians choose not to remember the bad times, Rwanda being one of them.
The civilians have been massacred.
And it is those nightmares that haunt governments today.
They've realized that a peacekeeping mission, especially in Africa, where most peacekeepers are now deployed, is a pretty dangerous business. And quite honestly, the government has or should have higher priorities.
Some UN diplomats say they have given up waiting for Canada. Murray Brewster, CBC News, Ottawa.